औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अभी मैंने आपके साथ नोट्स शेयर किए हैं। अभी हमारा जो टॉपिक ऑफ डिस्कशन चल रहा है, रिलेशन ऑफ द स्टेट टू ईच अदर एंड फेडरेशन। टुडे वी विल डिस्कस स्टेट गवर्नमेंट पावर्स एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन at page 159, Administration of States. State government of USA is a federal state with 50 constituent units. States, they are quasi-sovereign states. To begin with, there were 13 states, but during nearly 200 years, states have joined the federation. Recently, new territory has also been added, but about its status and constitutional position, nothing is clear. When the Constitution was framed, the dominant view was to grant maximum possible powers to state government. That is why there is a constitutional guarantee for the autonomy of states, and federal government cannot interfere in their sphere. Gradually, under the force of circumstances, with the passage of time, the power of the federal government increased, and there is a marked erosion of the authority of the states. But the basis of the federal government is still constituent states. Neither the president can be elected, nor an amendment to the constitution can be made without their cooperation and support. States have a right to enact their own constitutions, subject to, of course, with one condition, that they should have a republican form of government. Constitutional existence of these autonomous states has an important place in the USA. At the time of formation of the Constitution of the United States of America, and at the time of inception of the United States of America, in start, there were only 13 states who joined the United States of America, and these states now increased with the number of 50, and the these all states are quasi-sovereign states, but not fully sovereign states, because they surrender their sovereignty in favor of the United States of America. The framers of the Constitution, founding fathers of the USA, they have intention to make states more stronger than the federal government. That's why at the time of formation of the Constitution, they only mentioned very little powers for the federal government, and they forbidden some powers to the states. The remaining all powers are enjoyed or vested with the states. These powers are called residuary powers. States are independent to make their own constitution, but with one condition, that this state constitution should have republican form of government in the state. With the passage of time and with the force of the circumstances, the federal government became more stronger, extracted more powers than the states from the Constitution of USA. General features of the state administration. The first one is state constitution. In the USA, every state has a separate constitution as well as federal constitution. All these constitutions are written. They can freely enact, abrogate, or amend their constitutions as and when they like. Normally, the features of the almost all the state constitutions are common. Generally, all the states have by implication accepted the principle of separation of powers. Governors, judges, and members of the legislatures are elected. In some states, the tools of direct democracy, referendum, initiative, and recall have been adopted. Fundamental rights have been granted to the citizen, and mention of local bodies has been made in the state constitutions in almost all states. These local bodies are called township, county, and various city plans. As you know, the federal government at national level, United States of America have a constitution of USA. The states, all 50 states have their own constitutions as well with the federal constitution. Almost all state constitutions have common features. All state constitutions accepted the principle of separation of powers. All state constitutions have accepted how to appoint the judges and how to elect the governors and members of the legislatures in their state legislatures. And also all the state constitutions have granted fundamental rights to their citizens in their states. And almost all the state constitutions have mentioned the local bodies. uh, Local bodies are called townships, county, and various city plans. Like in Pakistan, the local bodies are called, used to be called union councils in previous government, but this government have amended, but have repealed. The Punjab government have repealed the Local Bodies Act 2013 and passed a new Local Bodies Act 2019, in which they changed the union council with village councils, town councils, and city council. They also abolished the district council from local bodies system in Punjab. Dual citizenship, the notable feature is that every citizen adopts dual citizenship, one of the United States and the other of the state in which he resides. In United States of America, every citizen has two citizenships. Being a citizen of United States of America, he is citizen of USA, and he also have another citizenship of that state in which he resides. Citizenship rules of different states are different. One can acquire the citizenship of another state only when he has relinquished the citizenship of his former state. अगर कोई सिटीजन एक स्टेट का सिटीजन है और वो किसी दूसरी स्टेट के अंदर जाके रेजिडेंस इख्तियार कर लेता है और वहाँ जाके वो अपनी जिस स्टेट नई स्टेट में वो गया है अगर उसकी उसने सिटीजनशिप लेनी है then he have to surrender the citizenship from which he migrated to a new state. Powers of state. The remarkable feature is this that original sovereign power is vested in the states. Federal government enjoys only delegated powers. The 20th Amendment clearly says that those powers which have not been delegated and accordingly forbidden to the states are enjoyed by the states. In the USA, the powers of the federal government are enumerated and residuary powers are with the states. As I discussed earlier, the powers granted in the Article 1 to the federal government and powers forbidden to the states, all remaining powers are enjoyed by the states according to Amendment number 20. These powers are called residuary powers. Presidential system. Like the federal governments, all states have presidential form type of government. The head of state is called governor, who is not responsible to the state legislature. The governor acts just like president in USA. The governor acts as a president in a state. And governor is not responsible to the state legislature like president is not responsible to the Congress. In United Kingdom, the Prime Minister is responsible to the Parliament. In Pakistan, the Prime Minister is responsible to the Parliament as well. Judiciary have been empowered to interpret the Constitution. The judicial review is there in states as well. It means state laws are subject to scrutiny of state courts as well as of federal courts. The judiciary in a state is empowered to interpret the state constitution as well as the laws made by the state legislature. The concept of judicial review is also accepted in states, and that means state laws are subject to scrutiny of the state courts as well as of the federal courts. We will discuss in detail about this in our next lecture. Administrative organization of states. All the state governments have three organs: executive, legislature, and judiciary. Like in United States of America, and federal level, they also have three main organs of the states: executive, legislature, and judiciary. Just like that, the states also have three organs: executive, legislature, and judiciary. There are many high officials in the executive of state governments, that is governor, lieutenant governor, state ministers in charge to the treasury, advocate general, auditor general, etc. The position of the governor is the most important and is usually directly elected. His position in his state is the same as of the president in the country. In a state, the chief executive of a state government is governor, just like the president is a chief executive of federal government. The chief executive of state government is a governor, and states also have lieutenant governor, just like vice president in a federal government. The state executive also have high officials like state ministers in charge to the treasury, advocate general, auditor general. The, the governor is a most important position in executive, state executive, and he is usually directly elected. Governor in Pakistan, a governor of a state or province is the nominee of the president. In Pakistan, the governor is not directly elected by the people of province. He is the nominee of the president of Pakistan, and he represents the federal government in provinces. His tenure is 5 years and hold office during the pleasure of the president. This is in Pakistan. In the USA, in all the states except Mississippi, governors are elected by the people directly on the basis of adult suffrage, or you can say universal suffrage. That principle is provided in amendment number 26. The term of governor in all states varies. In some states it is 2 years, while in others it is 4 years. The tenure of governor in some states is 2 years and in some states is 4 years. Governor can be removed by the legislature if he is impeached by the state legislature. Just like the president can be removed by the Congress if he is impeached by the Senate. In some states, there is recall system and governor can be removed by the people by an adverse vote against him. In some states, governor can be removed by impeachment by the state legislature, and in some states, the governor can be removed from the office by a recall election in which there is an adverse vote against him by the people of that state. In two-thirds states of America, the lieutenant governor takes over if the post of the governor falls vacant. Just like in federal government, if the president resigns or impeached or in case of his death, his office is filled by the vice president. The vice president took the office of president in case of his death, resignation, or removal from the office. Same like in federal government, in president office, in states, in case of, the lieutenant governor took the office of governor in case of resignation, death, or removal from the office of the governor. There are some states where the post of lieutenant governor does not exist. Their state ministers or the chairman of either lower or upper chamber takes over in the event of vacancy. In some states where the office of lieutenant governor does not exist, if there is a vacancy in the office of governor, the office of governor is took over by the state ministers or the chairman of either lower or upper chambers of the state legislature. Governor is the chief executive in the state, as I discussed earlier. He makes appointments to various posts with approval of the state senate, just like president make appointments with the approval of senate in federal government. The governor can dismiss those officials who are appointed by him, but some high and important administrative posts and judges are directly elected by the people. Governor controls the general administration of the state. He is the commander-in-chief of the state militia and guard, just like the president of USA is commander-in-chief of all three forces: Navy, Air Force, and Land Forces, Army. The governor is responsible for the execution of state laws and is a link between the state and federal government. The governor make all possible efforts to implement the state laws in state. Just like the president is responsible to implement or to execute the federal laws in federal government. The governor is empowered to grant pardon or suspend punishment, just like the president have the power to pardon or suspend the punishment in federal form of in federal government and in state government. These powers are enjoyed by the governor, but this right is exercised on the advice of board of pardon. In the legislative sphere, the powers of the governors are negligible. He is not an integral part of the legislature, but is separate from it. Legislatures meet on the specified dates, but the governor can summon extraordinary session of the legislature. As you know, the president of USA is not an integral part of legislature, the Congress, but he enjoys many legislative powers. Just like president, the governor can send messages. He can either sign a bill passed by the legislature within 10 days or send it back for reconsideration, just like president. He can also exercise veto power just like president. The legislature can nullify the veto by re-enacting the legislation just like the Congress. Legally, the governor has little to do with legislative work, but in practice, he can influence to a great extent legislation in the state. He can issue executive orders and can order fresh election for a vacant seat in the legislature. If the state legislature is not in session, he can nominate a member of the state. As you know, the governor is not directly involved in legislative work and he has to do very little with legislative work, but in practice he can influence to a great extent legislation in the state, just like the president in federal government. He can also issue executive orders and can order fresh election for a vacant seat in the legislature. The President of USA can also issue executive orders. Those have a force of law. Just like the President, the Governor can also issue executive orders. Those shall have also a force of law. Governor enjoys financial powers also. It should be taken into consideration that in this field he himself or with the assistance of subordinate official performs this function. In Pakistan, it is the cabinet of the state which does it. The governor of a state enjoys financial powers and he performs his function with the assistance of subordinate officials. The governor exercise his powers of financial powers with the uh, himself or with the assistance of subordinate officials. But in Pakistan, the financial powers are enjoyed by the provincial cabinet of chief minister. Governor uh, does not have nothing to do with financial powers in a province of Pakistan. Governor of the state in the USA is not a constitutional figure head. He is the chief executive and his powers are real. Just like in Pakistan, the president of Pakistan is a constitutional figurehead, but he is not a chief executive. The chief executive is prime minister. He is a leader of the party. He can appeal to the people against the legislature, coordinates between the state and federal government. and supervises, directs, and controls the administration of the state. His post is political and subject to public criticism. The governor in a state is also a leader of party in that state. He also coordinates with federal government, being the representative of state government and chief executive of state government. He also supervises, directs, and controls the administration of the state government. His post is political and subject to public criticism. He is not immune from public criticism like the Chief Justice of Supreme Court in Pakistan cannot be criticized by the public. The Supreme Court can issue the notice of contempt of court, but as governor is a political uh, leader of the state, and the citizens of that state can criticize him, can criticize his way of working. अभी इसका मैं आपको ओवरव्यू दे देता हूँ जो हमने अभी डिस्कस किया है. एट द स्टार्ट और टोटल 13 स्टेट्स थी और वक्त के साथ साथ ये 50 स्टेट्स हो गई. और एट द टाइम ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन द इंटेंशन ऑफ द फ्रेमर्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वाज टू मेक स्टेट्स स्ट्रॉन्गर देन फेडरल गवर्नमेंट, बट with the passage of time, the federal government became more stronger than the states. और स्टेट्स जो हैं वो अपना उनका अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होता है जस्ट लाइक फेडरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. और उसके जो फीचर्स हैं उनमें स्टेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आ गया पहला. उसके अंदर ये है कि हर स्टेट का अपना एक सेपरेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है. हर स्टेट के जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है ऑलमोस्ट उसके अंदर सिमिलर जो दे आर कॉमन, दे आर सिमिलर प्रिंसिपल्स. ऑल स्टेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन accepted the principle of separation of powers. They have governors in their states, they have judges in their states, and they have legislature in their states. That is mentioned in almost all state constitution. और इसी तरह हर स्टेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर सिटीजन के जो फंडामेंटल राइट्स हैं उनको प्रोटेक्ट किया गया है, उनको गारंटी किया गया है. और हर स्टेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर जो लोकल बॉडीज हैं उसको मेंशन किया गया है. लाइक टाउनशिप है लोकल बॉडीज के अंदर, काउंटी है, सिटी प्लान है. हमारे जो पाकिस्तान में लोकल बॉडीज हैं वो 2013 का जो लोकल बॉडीज एक्ट था उसको अब रिपील करके 2019 का कानून बनाया गया लोकल बॉडीज का, जिसमें यूनियन काउंसिल को खत्म करके अब विलेज काउंसिल, तहसील काउंसिल, सिटी काउंसिल बना दी गई है. डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल खत्म कर दी गई है लेकिन अभी उनका इलेक्शन नहीं हुआ. अब आप ये चीज नोट करेंगे, ये लोकल बॉडीज का जो सिस्टम है ये हमारे फेडरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर नहीं दिया गया. अगर दिया गया है तो उसका बस थोड़ा बहुत तस्करा होगा, लेकिन हर जो सूबा है उसने अपना अपना लोकल बॉडीज का सिस्टम बनाया हुआ है। हर सूबे में, सिंध का अपना लहदा है, पंजाब का लहदा है, और केपी के और बलूचिस्तान का अपना। इसी तरह यूएसए के अंदर जितनी स्टेट्स हैं उनके अपने अलग-अलग लोकल बॉडीज के सिस्टम हैं। एक चीज जो कॉमन है कि लोकल बॉडीज का जो सिस्टम है उसको मेंशन कर दिया गया है हर स्टेट के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर। उसके बाद हर सिटीजन ऑफ यूएसए जो है डुअल सिटीजनशिप रखता है। एक तो उसके पास यूएसए की सिटीजनशिप है और दूसरी उसके पास सिटीजनशिप है जिस स्टेट के अंदर वो रह रहा है। और अगर वो उस स्टेट से मूव करके दूसरी स्टेट में जाना चाहता है और वहां की सिटीजनशिप लेना चाहता है, तो उसको जो पहली स्टेट यहाँ से वो मूव करके दूसरी स्टेट में गया है उसको पहले उसको सरेंडर करना होगा, कैंसिल करवाना होगा, फिर वो नई स्टेट की सिटीजनशिप ले सकता है। इस तरह फिर स्टेट की जो पावर है वो क्या है, वो हम डिटेल में पढ़ चुके हैं कि स्टेट की पावर, फेडरल गवर्नमेंट की पावर्स मेंशन है आर्टिकल 1 के अंदर। और उसके बाद स्टेट की जो पावर्स जो फॉरबिड कर दिया गया कि पावर्स फॉरबिडन टू स्टेट आर्टिकल 1 में है। बाकी जितनी फिर पावर्स बच जाएंगी वो सारी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट जो है वो एंजॉय करेगी अकॉर्डिंग टू अमेंडमेंट नंबर 20, और उसको कहते हैं रेजिड्यूरी पावर्स। लेकिन इस चीज को अगर आप देखें, रेजिड्यूरी पावर्स को देखें और फेडरल गवर्नमेंट की जो पावर्स मेंशन की गई हैं इसके अंदर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर, तो आपको ये फील होगा कि स्टेट गवर्नमेंट जो है बहुत ज्यादा पावरफुल है फेडरल गवर्नमेंट से अकॉर्डिंग टू दी powers mentioned in the constitution, but in practice federal government is more powerful than state government. इसी तरह प्रेसिडेंशियल सिस्टम जो है फेडरल गवर्नमेंट के अंदर प्रेसिडेंट होता है, प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट है, उसी टाइप का सिस्टम जो है स्टेट्स के अंदर है। जैसे फेडरल गवर्नमेंट के अंदर प्रेसिडेंट है, इसी तरह स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के अंदर गवर्नर है। और जो फंक्शन प्रेसिडेंट इन द फेडरल गवर्नमेंट एक्सरसाइज करता है, जो फंक्शन उसके हैं, जो पावर उसके पास है, उसी तरह के सिमिलर पावर्स जो हैं दे आर एंजॉयड बाय द गवर्नर्स इन स्टेट्स। तो फिर इसी तरह स्टेट्स के अंदर स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर है, वहाँ पे जुडिशरी है, और जुडिशरी जो है उसको एम्पावर्ड कर दिया गया है कि वो स्टेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के ऊपर जुडिशियल रिव्यू को का अपनी पावर जो है एक्सरसाइज करते हुए स्टेट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को इंटरप्रेट करे और जो लॉज स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर ने बनाए हैं उनको इंटरप्रेट करे। इसी तरह द लॉज मेड बाय द स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर and the constitution made by the state legislature is subject to scrutiny of the state courts as well as of the federal courts. उसके बाद एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ स्टेट्स आ गया। उस स्टेट के अंदर जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वो क्या है, जस्ट लाइक इन फेडरल गवर्नमेंट, the federal government have three organs: executive, legislature and judiciary. Just like federal government, the states also have three organs. Three organs. The first one is executive. The second one is executive, legislature and judiciary। तो एग्जेक्टिव के अंदर